Yo, what's going on guys? It's me, Yumiko, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today I'm going to be talking about the Manchester derby in the Carabao Cup semi-final that happened yesterday, which of course Manchester City won 2-0, so let's jump straight into it. Okay, so I guess we'll just start with the game, and go over the stats before I move on to other points that I've made. So pretty much in the first 10 minutes of this game, it was already a better match than the derby we had a couple of weeks ago, because that game was terrible. That was such a boring game of football, and that had no right in being a Manchester derby. Straight out, flat out the gate, that had no right, and it was not worthy of being a Manchester derby. It's because neither team wanted to go for it, they both sat back, and nobody wanted to go for it. So that was boring, but this game, whoa, this game was full of energy. There was so much passion at the start. I think in the first 8 minutes there had already been 2 goals, which were both offside, but still though, in the first 8 minutes, there were 2 goals already. Which, that's pretty nuts considering a few weeks ago, there were no goals in the whole 90 minutes. So yeah, that was a huge improvement. Yeah, we pretty much dominated the ball like we usually do. We had more of the ball, which is kind of expected because it's just what we do. And I'm looking at the stats now, and we had 60.2% possession, and then they had 39.8% possession, which, if you look at that, you think, oh, okay, we were on top for the entire game. But not really, because we had our spells of the game where we were on top, and then they had a few, 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes here and there. But then, if you look at the shots and stuff like that, we had 12, they had 11, and we had 4 on target, they had 2 on target. So it's kind of even there. But yeah, that's about it really for the stats, because the rest of it's just fouls and stuff like that, and we don't really care for that sort of stuff. It was just a fantastic game because there was so much passion and energy in the game, straight from the go. It was just so much more entertaining to watch. Even as neutrals, I'm sure that they really enjoyed that game so much more than the one we had a few weeks ago against them. But yeah, it's a fantastic game. We were making a lot of chances and stuff. Yeah, we only scored 2 goals. I think we could have scored a few more, maybe 3 or 4. But that's okay. It is what it is. We scored 2, and that's all that matters, and we're through to the final. So moving on, I feel I have to point out 2 players which I thought, to me, really stood out. Okay, and one of them was Ilkay Gundogan. He's played fantastic pretty much all season, but especially in the last couple of games, he's been very important to us, and he's played phenomenal. And I mean phenomenal. I personally think that he's a very underrated player, just because he's not a kind of flashy player. He doesn't do a lot of tricks and stuff like that, but he's a very good passer of the ball. He can keep the ball when it's needed. He can dribble with the ball, and I think that's what's needed. And I'm really glad that he's really been showing the level which he can achieve since he's joined us. And yeah, and the second player is Zinchenko. Okay, he played really well last night, I think, and simply because Pep put a lot of faith in him, because we had Mendy on the bench, and we also had Walker on the bench, which means we could have played Walker at right back, and then we could have played João Cancelo at left back. But no, Pep stuck with Zinchenko, and which I'm pretty sure a few people might be what's Pep doing? Why is he playing Zinchenko when we have a proper fullback in Mendy, even though he's been up and down? And then we have Cancelo who can play left back and has been really good at left back this season for us. But yeah, I think Zinchenko was actually fantastic. He was really good defensively. He was good up and down the flanks, supporting Phil Foden on the wing. I just think that he played really well. And now, I couldn't make this video without talking about this. Not in a million years make this video and not talk about John Stones and Ruben Diaz. I am telling you that these two are the modern day Nesta and Nardini. It's such a good partnership that they have developed over the past 8 games or whatever, and they are solid. It is like a brick wall in defense, which is something we've lacked for a couple of seasons now. We've not had a good back line. We've always been leaking defense, and now we have concreted that up, and we have locked that door. That is a locked door, and we've thrown away the key because nothing is getting through there. Yeah, I just want to say about John Stones, I don't know what he's done or what he's been eating for breakfast recently, but that is not the same John Stones that we signed. Okay, that is not the same John Stones, right? I always had faith in Stones that he could be a really good defender. I have always said that he's a quality centre-half, but his mentality is not there. He lacks in composure. And now, he's there, he has the mentality, he's composed, he's not making mistakes like he used to. He's a really solid defender now. Honestly, he's world class. I don't care what you say. He's literally a world class centre-half now. He can pass the ball, he can move forward with the ball, he can dribble with the ball. He's comfortable with the ball at his feet. He's strong in the air, he's physical. And that's what you need in a defender. So I'm so happy for Stones, honestly. Like, I'm so glad because he's had problems, like injury problems. He's had people doubting him, saying he's not good enough, we should sell him and stuff like that. And then, of course, when we signed Laporte, we signed Ake, we had Garcia, and then we signed Ruben Diaz. He was 5th in the order. Actually, no, scratch that. He was 6th because Fernandinho was playing centre-half in front of him. So he was 6th in the pecking order to play. And then he's transformed himself into this absolute unit of a defender. And he's quality. He's just fantastic. And that's what we'd love to see. That is truly what we'd love to see. Now, I'm going to talk about his partner, Ruben Diaz. He was everywhere last night, Ruben Diaz. And I mean, he was literally everywhere on that pitch. Like, if you look at his heat map, you will just see a picture of a goat. Because that's what he is. He's a goat. He's a fantastic defender. And I'm so glad we actually signed him. Because I know we were talking about signing Koulibaly. And I think it's Jimenez from Atletico Madrid. We're in talks with them. Yo, but Ruben Diaz, though, he's just built different. I don't care. Like, he's just built different to everyone else in the world. He's just an absolute unit. The impact that he's had so far is like a Van Dijk level. Right, okay, we can say, yes, it's not like a Champions League final and stuff like that. But he has improved our defense immensely. And if you can't say that he hasn't, then I don't know what City games you're watching, honestly. Because he has improved our defense. And I'm going to say it, okay, right? If Ruben Diaz was around when the Titanic crashed, he would have saved the Titanic. It's not only is Ruben Diaz very handsome, by the way, he also knows a thing or two about defending, which is great. Yeah, so I just think with this partnership, it's fantastic. I think they've played 8 games and we've won 7 and drew 1, and they've only conceded 1 goal, which was an own goal against West Brom. But yeah, this is a fantastic partnership, honestly, and I am living for this partnership. And like, I honestly think that this partnership is literally the best in the league. Like, I don't think that there is 2 central defenders, like, in the Premier League that can match Stones and Diaz. I firmly believe that John Stones and Ruben Diaz are the best centre-halves in the Premier League. Fact. And now we must look forward to playing Spurs, which Spurs are a very dangerous side, as we know, as we already lost them this season 2-0. But, yeah, like, I've watched them a few times this season, like in Kane and Son. They are very dangerous together. That's a really good, like, partnership they've got going. That's a really good duo. But I'm hoping that we can find a solution somewhere to stop Kane and Son, because we know that Son is rapid, so like he can get down the wings like that. He is basically the South Korean Barry Allen, okay? He's rapid, he can just zoom past anyone. Yeah, so that's that. So I'm hoping we can come up with a plan to hopefully stop them too, and hopefully create more like in the midfield, because we've been lacking that in some games this season. Like a couple of games we've not looked as creative as we can be. So like I'm hoping we kind of like open that pocket up and we can get like a few balls flowing here and there. And yeah, so like we'll look forward to that game. Yeah, like I think it'll be a fantastic game. Spurs are a fantastic team with Jose Mourinho, who's a great coach. So I am really looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be a classic, a cracker of a game. It's going to be a fantastic game. And that's pretty much it for today, guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just been me ranting about the football from yesterday. I hope you have enjoyed the video. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Goodbye.